What's up, Snow Neves? Today we're just gonna do quick mixing session. Yeah, I'm just gonna go along and kind of talk as I work. So it's gonna be another day working on tracks. This track right here is called "As a Kid," and the hook goes, "As a kid, I dreamed I dreamed I want to be a rapper," and I'll let you listen to the hooks. You can see 'em. As a kid, I dreamed I want to be a rapper. Wanna be a rapper. Now I'm doing it. As a kid, I dreamed I want to be a rapper. Wanna be a rapper. Now I'm doing it. As a kid, I dreamed I want to be a rapper. Wanna be a rapper. Now I'm doing it. As a kid, I dreamed I want to be a rapper. Wanna be a rapper. Now I'm doing it. Microphone, get your own, feeling blown. Okay, so first thing I want to do, if you guys don't know this already, is get all the tracks organized and colored. So that's the first thing I did. Put a loop around Control, click, Alt, and click Alt like ALT. So there's right next. There are two keys are right on the opposite sides of the Windows key if you're using a PC. If you're a Mac, I'm sorry, I don't use Mac, so I don't know what the key is. It's the Apple key. I'm not sure if it still works the same though. So Control, click, and Alt, right click. You're gonna let that loop play, and then you're gonna be listening to it, and then start mixing. Thing about mixing too is you gotta really go in there and get every track working and making sense. Also, don't forget about tracks this easy because you do all the tracks in one track, it'll just sound weird, and then what you find out the one track you gotta keep mixing. So really go through every track and get everything mixed. But what I like to do is you just finish a track, replace the preset. I'll make a verse preset like Neve's verse new, whatever, that's the normal one I use. So I'll just keep copying over and over. So the most recent track is what I'm using as a preset, and I can slap it on all of them. So I'll show you how that works. As a kid, I dreamed I want to be a rapper. Wanna be a rapper. Now I'm doing it. As a kid, I dreamed I want to be a rapper. Now I'm doing it. As a kid, I dreamed I want to be a rapper. Now I'm doing it. As a kid, I dreamed I want to be a rapper. Wanna be a rapper. So I kind of like how that one sounds. So I'm just gonna replace. Oh, that's actually Neve's hook new. Okay, that I use that, so it doesn't matter. I'm probably gonna reorganize these presets and everything, but for the vocal chain. Kid, I dreamed I want to be a rapper. Wanna be a rapper. Now I'm doing it. As a kid, I dreamed I want to be a rapper. Wanna be a rapper. You really want to go for balance. It's a little bit too much reverb. I don't know what I was doing there. I went into this other professional studio, if you can call it that, and it's pretty much the same thing, working in a project studio, but charging people money and doing all this kind of fuckery. It's whatever, but they're like, she didn't know I was in the room and I was the person that mixed the record, and they played it. She's like, what? Like the mixer's like girlfriend, who's a engineer, was like, oh, that one mixed down with the muddy vocals, and I was like sitting right there, and I was like, okay, whatever, bitch. So as a kid, be careful. Attitude is like the biggest thing. If you have a shitty attitude, people are not gonna want to work with you, and I don't want to work with them anymore. And it sucks because they are good, but and the actual engineer, not the girlfriend, was like, listen to the raps I brought through and knows good, but he kind of threw me off too, and not people you want to be around, honestly, which is a big thing because getting together with people and making music, it's a real big thing. It's not just a fucking, can't just do it and say fuck everybody all the time. You gotta learn how to work with people, honestly. Okay, so ever since then, I've recently been like pulling back all my reverb, not using too much reverb at all, keeping it really back so my voice is it muddy or whatever the fuck she's saying, and high pass filters, keep them up so that you can it works with the beat. And I was kind of pulling it back this way and kind of letting the bass just whatever in the track. And my thing is, if it sounds good, it sounds good. And I think sometimes when we cut too much frequencies, it sounds thin and we don't even know. But I don't know. That's why I'm not a professional. But yeah, so just be aware of what you're doing as far as that sounds, and make sure yeah, so when you're rolling off the lows.
As a kid, I dreamed I wanna be a rapper. Wanna be a rapper. Now I'm doing it. As a kid, I dreamed I wanna be a rapper. Wanna be a rapper. Now I'm doing it. As a kid, I dreamed I wanna be a rapper. Wanna be a rapper. Now I'm doing it. As a kid, I dreamed I wanna be a rapper. Wanna be a rapper. Now I'm doing it. Microphone. As a kid, I dreamed I wanna be a rapper. Wanna be a rapper. Now I'm doing it. As a kid, I dreamed I wanna be a rapper. Wanna be a rapper. Now I'm doing it. Wanna be a rapper. Be a rapper.
What I'm doing now is I'm getting all the tracks, cutting off the wrapper, and putting that onto a separate delay throw track. I really try to avoid using automation. I'll use automation when I need to, and it's a really big part of mixing. But if I can separate it on 2 tracks, I'll just separate it on 2 tracks. One situation I'm doing here is I'm actually putting it on its separate delay track and running the analog as a insert, because you also want to do it as a sentence sometimes, as most of the time actually. But for this one, I don't really care because I just have it that one parts of a word. It's not really a whole word. You're not gonna have that delay flying around, but just have that one part of the word and just throw the delay on it. So I like to hear the whole thing kind of going through the delay unit. You want to keep pulling the vocals and everything back, so the beat will come up and be a lot more. That little, oh, you want to clean that up, make sure everything's clean, all the different, take that off. So mixing is basically you spend a lot of time just sitting and listening to the same track over and over. And what I'm gonna have you guys do is keep mixing, keep learning all your plugins, keep learning everything. And if you have outboard gear, it's great for you. It's a great job. It's cool. But you can actually do a really good job in the box just with the interface. If you're just using the interface. And the key is knowing how to mix, knowing how to do different things, knowing how to record the vocals, and just keep working on music, keep grinding. And yeah, so everybody out there, please stay encouraged to keep working on music. Even if you're doing it at home, wherever, just do it. Keep doing music. That's the key. And more and more music, the better you're gonna get at it. The more comfortable you get with different things, songwriting and all kind of things. So that's it for today. Make sure you comment, subscribe, like, whatever. Check me out on all the social media. Noah Neves at Noah Neves. Yeah, thanks for checking it out. That was just a hook for As a Kid. Gonna have the verse probably next, whatever, and gonna keep mixing these songs. I'm gonna drop this as a project pretty soon, so make sure you stay tuned. All right, peace.